Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing? Are we excited? Are we nervous? How is everybody today? Oh, man, this is Joe, of course, Mania, and we're going to be giving you the play-by-play of the Rays and the Jays game today. So, first off, I want to welcome who's on the stream. How's everybody doing? Jacob Pertuzzi, Michael's on here. Jake is on here. Bob Rizzo, how you doing? John Ferrazzo, Ava, Teresa, the usual crew. Thank you so much. And let's get going here, everyone, because it's going to be starting. This is it. This is what we live for. We're getting ready. So I want to give you the lineups for the Tampa Bay Rays, and we have Palacios is going to lead off. Camaro is going to bat second. Aranda's going to bat third. Lau's going to bat fourth. Magnum fifth. Fiducia catching. T. Gray will be at second base. C. Williams will be at short. And B. Seymour will be at first base. For the Toronto Blue Jays, you have Springer, David Snyder, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Santander, Vaso, Kirk, Badger, Clement, and Straw. The pitching matchup is Ian Seymour for Tampa Bay. He's 4-2 with a 2.85 ERA. Kevin Gausman for the Toronto Blue Jays. He is 10-11 with a 3.7 ERA. The whip is 102 for Gausman. Seymour is a 106. So that's where we stand right now, guys. We're in commercial break. The Jays have taken the field, and we're just about getting ready to get started here with the play-by-play. So sit back, everyone. We're going to give you score updates on the Mets, on the Reds, you name it. We're going to be here for you. So please come on in, press the like button, subscribe, everyone. And we'll have a really, really good time today. And then after this, everyone, we go to we're going to the post-game wrap-up to see what the Yankee fate is. That'll be around 7:15. And at 7:15, we will go to a different stream, actually. So we're going to close this stream down and go to another one. But that's down the line. That's probably in 4 hours from now. Gausman is warming up on the mound right now, on the bump, as Ken from The Ugly Truth would say. And by the way, Ken from The Ugly Truth is doing the Yankees. I have an eye on the Yankees. I have an eye on the Cincinnati Met game. I have an eye on just about everything. But we're getting ready here with the first pitch as Palacios is ready to go. They're hyped in Toronto. And let's get going here, guys. They're showing, of course, the Jays' magic number is 1. All right. We are set for everybody. Here we go. Gausman sets. Is on the mound. And the first pitch to Palacios is swung on and fouled back, and it's 0-1. 0-1 here in the top of the first. Palacios, 297, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, OPS of 805. Packed house, of course, in Toronto. Beautiful sunny day. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled again. Back 0-2. The Yankees, of course, have taken the field, and Luis Hill is getting ready on the bump there. And let's quick check on the Met Marlins, and they haven't started yet. The 0-2 pitch to Palacios coming from Gausman. The pitch swung on, hit in the air to left field, and that's a base hit. That is a base hit to start the game off. So there's a runner on first base and nobody out for Tampa Bay, and he's a speedster, so he might take off. In the outfield, you got Straw, Vaso, and Santander. Third base is Baja. You have Clement, Dave Schneider, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And Kirk, of course, is the catcher. And this is going to bring up Camarero right now with a runner on first and nobody out. Here comes the first pitch, and it's right down Broadway for a call strike, and it's 1-1. Peeking in at the Yankee game, Holiday is up, and it's a 1-1 count. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Camarero. Swung on and missed. 1-2. 1-2. Hello, Jose. How you doing, Bryce? How's it going? How's everybody doing? In the Yankee game, the first guy has just flew out to Aaron Judge, so there's one out there at Yankee Stadium. Camareros has an 0-2 count right now. Gosman sets. He waits and he pitches, and there goes the runner. Runner is safe at second base. Runner on second, and did they call a strike? Were they checking it? They're checking it out right now. And nope, he's safe in there. Runner on second, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Camarero. He takes this lead off for second. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit foul behind home plate. He just really got a piece of it. So it's 0-2. I'm sorry, 1-2. Luis Hill on the mound, 2-0 on the second batter. And he flies out to right field, and Judge is under it, makes the catch, so it's 2 outs. All right, Camarero still up there, and it's low for a ball. And it is 2-2. And how do you do? So Gosman has already thrown 8 pitches. This is his 9th pitch. And here comes the pitch. Swung on, hitting the ground to second base. That'll move the runner over. And there's 1 man out with Palacios on third base. 1 out, runner on third. And that's going to bring up, let's see, who's that going to bring up? It looks like Lau, right? Oh, no, Aranda, Jonathan Aranda's in. Very good hit at 315, 14 homers. The first pitch, pop foul out of play, and it's 0-1. And in the Yankee game, the top of the first is now over, and the Yankees are coming to bat. We'll keep an eye on everything, guys. All right, runner on third for the Jays. For Tampa Bay, here comes the pitch. Line up the middle, that's a base hit. And Tampa Bay leads 1-0. 1-0, everyone. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That is nice. That is nice. We'll take it. We'll take it. He just met the ball. He's a very good contact hitter, everyone. So he's on first now. Tampa Bay leading 1-0. And that's going to bring in Lau now. Here comes the first pitch. And it's right in there for a call, strike 1. The Yankees getting ready to bat in the bottom of the first. Josh Lau is batting .222. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and it swung on and missed. 0-2. Okay, here comes the pitch. It's down low, and we are at 1-2. Beautiful day at Yankee Stadium. Crowd pretty pumped up, and they're going into the bottom of the first. And there's a 1-2 pitch with a runner on first, and Tampa Bay leading 1-0. Here comes a pitch. Grounded to first. Guerrero steps on first. Double play. Good play by Guerrero, and the inning is over. So in the end of the top of the first, the Rays get 1 run, 2 hits, nobody left, and it's the Rays 1 and the Blue Jays coming up. Trent Grisham is up at the plate. Let's see what's going on here. The Mets still have not. The Mets and Marlins have still not they haven't gotten started yet. Kyle Brashton's in. Grisham is up at bat, and that one was high, but he called it a strike, so it's 0-2. Grish is batting .236, 34 homers, 74 RBIs with an .815 OPS. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch to Grisham. Way up high, 1-2. This is nervous time, guys. Nervous time. But it's good nerves. It's absolutely good nerves. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Grisham, and he hits one foul behind home plate, and we'll keep it at 1-2. So keep the count, get that count up. All right, so Ian Seymour is warming up, and he has a 4-2 record. He's got about 9 strikeouts for 9 innings. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Grisham, and he flies it out foul and out of play. Big day, folks. No matter which way you turn, it's a big day. Okay, here's the first pitch to George Springer. And it's up high for a ball, 1-0. Grisham just struck out in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Springer, way outside, 2-0. You don't want to put him on the base. Keep him off the bases today. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, and it swung on and missed. 2-1. 2-1 on Springer. And Ben Rice hits one deep to center field. Way back, it's out of here! A home run for Ben Rice. And the Yankees lead 1-0. And the 2-2 pitch to Springer. He lines one foul down the third base line. And the count is still 2-2. And how do you do? Let's go. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit foul again down the third base line. And we'll do it again. The Golden Boy is up. And he swings and misses, and he's 0-1. So the count now on George Springer is so small, 3-2. And here's the pitch, outside, and Springer walks. Unbelievable. You can't keep that guy off the bases. You just can't. Darn it. Unbelievable. 2-1 pitch on Aaron Judge. Sets, and he hits a ground ball slowly to third over the first in time. 2 men out. All right. Ball one on Schneider. 1-0. Snyder's batting .235, 11 homers, 31 RBIs. 1-0 Tampa Bay, and Springer's on first and nobody out. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was a strike. Come on, man. 2-0. And the Yankees are done in the bottom of the first, and they lead 1-0. Seymour's got to settle down, folks. That's right down the middle, strike one. 2-1 on Schneider. They might do a hit and run here. It's a possibility. All right, Seymour sets. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2. 2-2. And how do you do? Seymour sets. Kind of a slow worker. And the pitch is a little bit low, 3-2. The Mets have, it's the bottom of the first already with 2 outs for the Marlins. And that's it, the end of the inning. So at the end of 1, the Mets nothing and the Marlins nothing. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and he walks him 2. First and second, nobody out. And that brings up Guerrero. Oh, boy. Of course, Guerrero thinks he's God's gift to creation. Oh, what a nice double play would be nice. Shut him up. All right. He's batting .292 with 23 homers and 83 RBIs. It's lefty against righty. Here's the first pitch. It's right down. He called that a ball. Are you kidding me? The heck is going on here? Gotta be kidding me. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Now that's right down the middle. That better be a strike. 1-1. Sheesh. One ball and 1 strike to Guerrero. First and second, nobody out. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Pop foul and out of play. 1-2. All right. He's kind of a slow worker, guys. He really is. Here comes the pitch down low. And it is now there's something going on here, guys. That was a strike right down the middle, and he's calling it, and he's saying it's not a strike. Are you kidding me? Here comes a line drive, base hit to right field. And Springer's on his way home. The throw goes into third, and we're all tied at 1. No, this umpire is ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous. He's calling everything a ball, and it's right down the middle. Ridiculous. So now Toronto has first and second and nobody out, and it's 1-1 now. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This umpire, I mean, Kevin Cash should come out and go crazy. Absolutely ridiculous. Nice play by Jose at second, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the second. 2. Mets are in the top of the second. Vientos is up. There's 1 out. 3 balls and a strike on him. And Anthony Santander steps in. And Vientos just walked. Here comes the pitch. Come on, the pitch has got to settle down here. Oh, he finally called a strike. Oh, well, what happened? A mistake? 0-1. I don't understand Kevin Cash, man. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Way up high, 1-1. Little break in the action. Okay, here we go. The pitch swung on and missed. 1-2. Jeff McNeil on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-2. Here's the pitch up high, 2-2. Yeah, John, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. These umpires, they can make or break you, man. They can make or break you. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch to Santander. It's pop foul again, 2-2. Count remains. Vientos is on second with 2 outs now. And the catcher Alvarez is up. Cabrera's pitching for the Marlins. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Finally, the first out. So it's first and second now and 1 out. 1-0 on Alvarez. And the pitch, a little bit low, 2-0. And this brings up, would be nice if they say it, Vasso's up. Ball 1, 1-0. First and second, 1 out, and the score's tied 1-1. Alvarez hits a ground ball to short, over the first, and the top of the second is over with. Here comes the pitch to Vasso. Is lined in the right field, and that's a base hit in front of the right fielder. Can't score him because it was hit right on the line. So the bases are loaded now with Toronto Bluejays, and it's with 1 out, 1-1. This tempo of the game is all because the home plate umpire does not call a strike right down the middle. It's an absolute joke. Absolute joke. You got to be fair about these things. Well, Kirk is up. If you get him to hit the ball on the ground, you can get a double play. They are playing for a double play, but this is a scary situation, guys. Here comes the first pitch to Kirk. Way up high, ball 1. 1-0. Remember, everyone, we are going to have a post-game show around 7:15, as long as both games are over. And then we'll dissect everything. Is a strike, 1-1. How you doing, Bryce? Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed, 1-2. This would be big. Try to get out of this inning. At the end of this inning, we will give you a scoreboard update around the league. The pitch way up high, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is pop foul behind home plate, and it's still 2-2. Break. It's going a little slow. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch to Kirk. Swung on and fouled back again. Too many foul balls, man. Too many foul balls. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, God. Hit deep to left field. There it goes. It's gone. 5-1 Blue Jays. Right down the middle. Right down the middle. Anybody could have hit that pitch. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. The Red Sox lead the Tigers 1-0. The Guardians lead the Rangers 2-0. Well, Kirk, with that shot, he could have put the Blue Jays in the driver's seat in this game. Crowd's going absolutely ape bananas right now, and I guess you can't blame them. They haven't won a division in a very long time. Here comes the next pitch. I'm telling you, the umpire really, really screwed this one up. Yep. It's Kirk City. Oh, well. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Badgers out. Man, he threw such a meatball to Kirk. It's ridiculous. It is totally ridiculous. In the top of the second, Cincinnati leads Milwaukee 1-0. The Mets are 0-0 going in the bottom of the second. Runner on first and one out. Yeah, now he's throwing strikes. Now the umpire, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. Now he does it. So at the end of 1.5, the Blue Jays lead 5-1. The Met 1-2 on Wegman from Mania. Mania has a lot of giddy up on his pitches today that might hold well for the Mets. But Wegman is up there, 0-2, runner on first, bottom of the second inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Wegman. No, he throws to first. We'll get a scoreboard update right after. Well, actually, I'll give it to you now, being the fact that there's no game. All right, so the Giants lead the Rockies 1-0 at the end of 2. The White Sox lead the Nationals 2-0, top of the third. The Yankees are leading the Orioles 1-0, bottom 2. The Royals and the Athletics, the Royals are up 1-0, bottom 2. The Red Sox lead the Tigers 1-0, bottom 2. The Phillies 0-0 on the Twins. The Blue Jays 5-1, of course, on the Rays. The Astros and the Angels are tied 1-1 in the second. Of course, the Mets and the Marlins 0-0. The Padres lead the Diamondbacks 5-1 at the end of 2. The Dodgers are up 2-0 on the Mariners at the end of 2. And in the top of the second, the Reds lead the Milwaukee 1-0. They have a man on second and nobody out. The Guardians lead the Rangers 2-0. The Braves lead the Pirates 2-0, and the Cubs 0-0 on the Cardinals. So it's 0-0 there. All right, we're going to the top of the second now. Tampa Bay's got to answer with some runs here. Jake McNamara is up. And with Toronto leading 5-1. The pitch, ground ball up the middle. Nice play by the second baseman. And just nipped him at first base, one man out. The Mets and the Marlins, 0-0. Runner on second and two men out. Schneider made a very nice play up the middle. And here comes Paduccia. He's batting 155 for the season. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. It's going to be a big mountain to climb of the 5-1 lead, I can tell you that. Big mountain to climb. Here comes the pitch up high, 2-1. Gosman is in control. And here comes the pitch. Fouled off. Again, it's 2-2 from Gosman to Paduccia. What a crazy end of the season, huh, guys? My God. Gosman sets and the pitch swung on and foul, just barely foul. So it's 2-2 still here in the top of the second. All right, the set and the pitch swung on and missed. Two men out here in the top of the second. You know, the Tampa Bay doesn't exactly have a killer lineup out there today, by the way. The Marlins now have first and second and two outs. Hi, Celia. Welcome. Yeah, right. I'll read some comments after this inning. It's 5-1. Here we go. It is a ball to Gray. Gray's hitting .243, 3 homers, and 9 RBIs. Wow, the Mets are pulling Mania. Mania is coming out of the game. After 1 2/3. And the pitch is low, 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Gray with 2 outs here in the top of the second. And that ball is right down Broadway, 2-2. Yeah, that he calls strikes. He calls strikes against Tampa Bay. But against Toronto, it was no strike. Back to a 2-2 count. And it's grounded to first. Guerrero with a nice play. Beats the runner to the bag, and the inning is over. So at the end of 1.5, Toronto leads Tampa Bay 5-1. The Yankees are in the top of the third, everyone, and they're leading 1-0. And Beavers is up, and he walks. So it's a runner on first and nobody out. Unbelievable with the way I cannot believe. Oh, yeah. Brazenbaum is in. Brazenbaum ban is in for the Mets. Surprise, man! They gave him the hook right away, Mania. Obviously, the Mets they can't afford to possibly fool around. All right, let's read a little bit of this. Celia, I don't think it's really even matters if the Yankees win or lose. I don't care about the game at all now. All right. Yeah, that grand slam took the sails out of everything. And the Marlins ground ball is short, and that's the end of 2. We're going to the top of the third. The Yankees gave means nothing. Yankees gave means nothing to me. Tampa isn't even going to compete in the game against Toronto. Yeah, I think now I kind of believe that. Yankee girl, how are you? Yankees, we can do this. Let's go. I hope so. Michael, no way I would let the Rays use Steinbrenner Field next season. They can find someplace else to play, and honestly, I don't care where. Whoa. Sean Browning says, hey, Joe, where's the Lavazza coffee? All right, we're going to the bottom of the second inning, folks. I hate saying the score, but Toronto's up, as you know, if you're just coming into the stream, 5-1. And Straw is up, and it's 0-2. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Foul behind home plate, and we'll do it again. 0-2. In the Yankee game, there's 1 out and 1 on. And Miles Straw just struck out. Sure, now he's getting the pitches. First he had to give up the 5 runs. Now he's getting the pitches. Figure that one out, folks. Figure that one out. And the pitch is hit foul down the left field line. A Springer's up again. What a pain in the butt this guy is. Here comes the pitch outside, 1-1. Springer walked in that first inning, and he came around to score. Here comes the pitch, swung on and hit foul, and it's 1-2. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, grounded up the middle, and another hit for Springer. This guy's just a one-man riot squad. Absolute riot squad. You can't keep this guy off the base. It's unreal. Even when he hits it soft, he gets on base. Mauricio's up for the Mets. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score, top of the third. All right, runner on first, and Santander is up. I'm sorry, Snyder's up. No balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch, swung on and missed, 1-2. Well, listen, if the Rays, it ain't over till it's over, but the Rays have got to show some fight. They have to show some fight. And the pitch is upstairs, 1-2. In the Cincinnati game, the Brewers have a man on first, bottom of the second, with nobody out. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. 2-2. In the Met Marlin game, there's one out in the top of the third. There's a pop foul, and 2 outs now. 2 outs in the Toronto game. So they have to keep it right here. The Rays got to they got to chip away. Don't give up hope, guys. Stay with us. You never know. Taylor's up for the Mets, and first pitch is a ball. And Guerrero Jr. is up, and that's inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Remember, everybody, please press the like button. Please subscribe. We really appreciate it. And Guerrero hits one deep to center, but caught. And the inning is over. So at the end of 2, Toronto leads the Rays 5-1. So little by little, they got to do a little crunch back. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. The Mets have a man on first and 1 out. And the Yanks here in the bottom of the third, Jose is up. And the first pitch is up high, 1-0. Jose is in, of course, for Chaz Chisholm. All of the test results have come out really well, so it shouldn't be that long. Howard Barrow swings and misses, and it's 1-1. Runner on first, 1 ball and no strikes on Lindor. There goes Taylor, and the throw to second, not in time. Man, he is on second. He can run. Man on second, and 1 out for the Mets. We're in the bottom second, and Cincinnati has Milwaukee has a man on first and 2 outs, and it's 1-0 Cincinnati. Lindor has a 2-0 count, and it's outside, ball 3-0. Breaking the action, of course, in the Tampa game. The Mets have 148 stolen bases out of 165 tries. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Lindor. Up high, ball 4, and that's going to bring up Juan Soto. First and second, and 1 out. Hey, George, how you doing? All right, give me a minute. Okay, George, it's done. All right, so here we go in the top of the third at Toronto and Tampa Bay. First pitch, strike, 1 out, pop up, he's out. Ball 1-on-1, Soto. Run first and second, and 1 out here in the top of the third. Soto's up there, right down Broadway, 1-1. And Seymour is in there, and it's 1-0 with 1 out here in the top of the third. Juan Soto sets. He gets the ground ball up the middle, right to the shortstop, steps on second, on to first, a double play. And he had him played perfectly. If he wasn't up the middle, that would have definitely gone through. But he was playing right by the bag, right there, stepped on it, threw to first, and the inning is over. 0-0, bottom of the third. 2-1 on Seymour with 1 out here in the third inning. Top of the third. Please press the like button, everyone, and please subscribe. And the pitch is outside, 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch that was a strike, but they called it a ball, finally in Tampa's favor. So there's a man on first and 1 out. Yeah, Jake, that can just quickly, I want to answer a couple of people. Jake, I know that could go either way. I mean, either they win 8 in a row or they lose. It doesn't really matter because you close the book on the season. That's it. Here comes the pitch, and it's a strike to Palacios, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's a little bit outside. It's 1-1. Well, the Mets took out Mania really fast. That was unbelievable. And here comes the 1-1 pitch, and it's down low, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. The bottom of the third is coming up now, the Marlins and the Mets. And here comes the 2-1 pitch to Palacios. And that's right down Broadway, 2-2. We're going to the top of the third. Cincinnati 1 and Milwaukee 0. And here comes the 2-2 pitch, way down low, 3-2. No, Bryce, never give up. Never give up. Here comes the pitch. Grounded through the whole base hit. Runner's going at third. Nope, he stops at second, first and second, and 1 out. No, don't say it's over, man. Don't say it's over. Baseball's a funny, funny game, guys. You never know. You never know. Xavier Edwards is up for the Marlins with 1 out and nobody on. So a little thread here by Tampa Bay. First and second, Camarero's up. Would be nice, a nice double here. Here comes the pitch. Way down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Edwards hits one to the fence, and Taylor makes the catch. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Camarero. The set and the pitch. Way down low, 2-0. Come on, let's go. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. The set, the look, and that's right down Broadway for a call strike. And the pitch. Grounded. Through. Oh, no, it didn't go through, but they didn't make the play. The bases are loaded. The bases are loaded. That was excellent. It would have went through, could have drove in a run, but it's not. It was a stop by the shortstop. It went through Clement, but the shortstop picked it up, but then he dropped it. So the bases are loaded, 1 out. And one of their best hitters is up. The Reds now lead 2-0 in the top of the third. Bases loaded, 1 out. Come on, let's go. All right. Now, he did get an RBI single. Just punch the ball again, man. Punch the ball again. Let's go here. Come on. Let's go. And the first pitch to Miranda is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. With Bryce, we're going to try to prove you wrong. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Amanda. It's line to right field, and that's a base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And we're going to have first and third. Aranda, 5-3 now, baby. Aranda's a good player, man. He's a very, very good player. Yeah, great. And over in the Yankee game, the Yanks are down 2-1. And Lau's up with first and third. It's now 5-3. Here comes the pitch. Right down Broadway, strike 1. 0-1. Jacob Maurice is up. Man on first. And nobody out. 1 man out, I'm sorry. Okay, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2. At the end of 3 now, the Marlins nothing and the Mets nothing. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Lau. Swung on and hit foul down the left field line, and we'll do it again. Okay, here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit foul again. 0-2. We'll do it again. Pitch count is getting up on Gausman. The pitch grounded to first. He's coming home, and he stands up. He doesn't slide, and he's out at home. 2 outs. So now first and second, and 2 outs. 5-3. I don't know why he didn't slide. That was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. He should have slid. So it's 2 outs now, and Magnum is up. 1-2 with the Orioles have a runner on second and 2 outs. Here's Magnum. Here comes the first pitch. And it's grounded foul outside of first, 0-1. Swung on and missed, and the inning is over. But the Orioles pick up 2 runs, and they lead 2-1, bottom 4. And the pitch here is 1-1 now. So Magnum. Pete Alonso's up for the Mets, a 1-ball, 1-strike count, and it's outside, 2-1. Gausman has 58 pitches now. Pitches, that was not a strike. Come on. Are you kidding me? 1-2. 2-2 on Pete Alonso. Ridiculous. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Down low, ball 3. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 2-2. 2-2. And the Blue Jays have someone warming up in the bullpen. They didn't give a name. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up behind home plate, and it's going in the seats. So it's 2-2. We'll do it again. Two and two. And this Gausman sacks and the pitch, another foul. So it's 61 pitches now through 3 2/3 for Gausman. He is definitely not long for this game, that's for sure. And here comes the pitch. Swung on. Oh, got a piece of it. Just got a piece of it. So he stays alive. Aaron Judge just led off with a single. So there's a runner on first and nobody out for Clay Bellinger. Magnum's ready. So is Gausman. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and line to center field, a base hit. Here comes another run to score. It's now 5-4. 5-4, guys. Never give up. Never give up. And Bellinger sets. And he fouls it off. And he's got a count of 1-2. The Mets have a runner on second and 1 out. Strike 1 on a foul to Fiducci. Hunter Fiducci is up. Bellinger is 2-2. Pitch is fouled off again. And the Rays still. And Bellinger hits a base hit to left field. Judge will stop at second. First and second, nobody out. 3-1 on Vientos. Pitch is grounded. Foul outside of third. They'll do it again. Here comes the pitch. Down low, 1-2. So we have 5-4 now, guys. 3 runs are in so far in the third inning. And Gausman is close to 70 pitches. He is not long for this game now. Vientos just struck out, and Magnum just struck out. So at the end, we're going actually to the bottom half of the third. The Blue Jays 5 and the Rays 4. And I want to bring up our co-star and possible call of the game.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Welcome. That's so nice. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good. How you doing? Do you have the feed of the Toronto game?
I do.
Okay. You want to call it?
Sure. I'll call the next half inning.
Give the old man a little rest.
I got you.
I'll do the scores, and in between I'll give you other scores. Don't worry about the other games. You can concentrate on that if you want. The Mets are just out in the top of the fourth, 0-0.
Okay.
And we're in a break here.
Also important to note the Reds are winning.
Yes, 2-0.
You can see. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was over after the Grand Slam, but the Rays are clawing their way back.
They're clawing their way, and Gausman's not long for the game.
Gausman's
he's got
done.
69. Yeah, he's done for. He's not going to long for the game.
Yeah.
No way.
The Yankees are down though, 2-1.
Yeah, Stanton 2-2.
Mm-hmm. Nobody out.
He hits one deep, but it's going foul. Breaking the action in the Toronto game, everyone, as you know. Yeah, never give up. I told you guys, don't give up. All right. I think we're back.
I think my thing's
right,
3 seconds behind.
Take it away, my friend.
Yeah, back here in Toronto. Just keep in mind, I think I'm like 3 seconds behind yours.
Don't worry about it.
But Stan just got a base hit too. Hopefully that's going to bring in a run. Stan just tied the game. That's good news. Let's see if we get some good news, though, from Toronto. We got Seymour on the mound. First pitch is in there for outside. It's 1-1 the count on Santander. Big free agent signing who really hasn't panned out this season. Looking for some kind of false spark, though, from the right fielder. Next pitch is upstairs. 2-1 the count. Yeah, Sean, you can't stop him right now, Big G. You cannot stop him.
He's smelling the playoffs, baby.
2-1. Big cut. Count even up at 2. Santander swinging out of his shoes on that pitch. Well, the Rays are making it interesting here. It's now a 4-5 game in the bottom of the third inning. Nobody out. Santander has a 2-2 count on him. On deck is Dalton Varsho. Here's the 2-2. Caught him looking for strike 3. Clipped the inside third of the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Good location right there by Seymour. Painted the corner right there. Greg Maddux-esque.
He wasn't getting the calls in the 1st inning. That was
Really?
ridiculous. Yeah, George.
I
That
didn't
was
see
ridiculous.
the first few innings. I'm struggling to get this game feed up. Varsho's going to drop down a bunt. A dribbler to Seymour. He's going to take it himself. Throws it over to first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd.
He threw a meatball at Kirk.
Yeah. And that's who's up right now. Catcher for the Blue Jays, Alejandro Kirk, little guy. First pitch to Kirk is upstairs. 1-0 the count.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he's missed a Sunday meal.
Does not indeed. Very good year, too, for the catcher. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Count even up at 1. Couldn't hold back on the high fastball. Seymour gets set from the windup. The 1-1 off speed. Doesn't clip the zone. 2-1 the count. Two, 1. Big cut at that one. Count even up at 2. Seymour looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the 3rd. A big bounce back after the Rays put up a few runs. This will be really good for them, Joe, to go 1-2-3. Let's see if they can do it. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. That'd be huge for the Rays going into the next inning. The momentum, man.
And just got to shut him down. That Springer, though, he's a pain in the butt. Oh my God, he never makes out.
Yeah. Seymour delivers upstairs. 3-2 the count now on the Toronto catcher. Here comes the payoff from the lefty. Fouled off, or do it again at 3-2. It's full count on Alejandro Kirk. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rays down by 1. Seymour gets set from the windup. Here's the pitch. Swung and a miss. Got him. Oh, excuse me. Foul tipped.
I know.
I have it on little screen because whenever I go to full screen on this, it glitches out. So we can't see the full thing. But the 3-2 rifled into the outfield, going back on the track. It's over the head of the left fielder against the wall. Kirk's going to hustle into second base with a stand-up double to keep the inning alive. Good 2-strike hitting right there. Good at bat by Alejandro Kirk. Laced one into left field. 102 off the bat.
Unbelievable.
Hung one again. It's going to bring up Addison Barger. First pitch to him. Clips the outside corners for strike 1. Barger's had a pretty good season. 241, 20 homers, 71 RBIs. Runner in scoring position, looking for some insurance runs. 0-1.
Yeah, he's really good.
Cut. Yeah, he's also a Yankee killer. Pain in our side right here, Addison Barger.
Yep.
He's in an 0-2 hole.
Cincinnati 2-1.
Yes, sir. That's a big game to keep an eye on.
Yep.
Seymour gets set. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off. We'll do it again. I don't even think... Do we think Kirk could really score on a base hit?
Yeah, stranger things have happened. George, I'm gonna go off of this game and I'll put the Cincinnati game on. So you're strictly with Toronto, okay? And I'll keep you updated the rest with the Cincinnati game.
Okay.
So
And here comes.
I got Cincinnati and the Mets.
Okay. Here comes the pitch from Seymour. Swanimus got him for strike 3. The Blue Jays leave a man on second base as they go down. We are going into the top of the 4th inning. Your score, the Toronto Blue Jays 4, the Toronto Blue Jays 5, the Tampa Bay Rays 4. So you're going to call the Mets one?
No. I'm just going to give you updates. You do
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'll give updates and anything, important.
Gotcha. Let's do it.
The Yankees had first and second, nobody out, 3 straight strikeouts. Not good.
Saw that.
So how you doing today, George?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, Joe?
Hanging in there. Working on quite a bit. You going to stay with us for the post game?
Part of it. Can't do the whole thing.
We're going to switch over. We're going to go off and go to another stream.
Gotcha.
All right.
Big news for football, though. It is believed that Malik Neighbors did, in fact, tear his ACL. So that would be a season-ending injury for the superstar wide receiver.
Oh, boy. The Giants won 21-18.
Yeah.
A New York team finally won a game.
Ugh.
What a miracle.
Back here in Toronto, Kevin Gausman back out there for his 4th inning of work. Pitch count is elevated, but manager Schneider keeping him out there. See who he's got for the Rays due up. If my app would load. First pitch from Gausman is right down the pipe for strike 1. 0-1 the count on Tristan Gray, the second baseman, who's 0 for 1. Gausman gets set. Here's the 0-1. Swanimus, first strike 2. 0-2 the count now on the Rays' second baseman.
Milwaukee just leads off with a double. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, runner on second, nobody out.
They got some speedsters in Milwaukee.
I know. Well, you just said a nice shot. The Marlins lead the Mets 1-0.
Upstairs, ball 1.
Marlins 1-0 over the Mets, bottom 4. 1 out, runner on second. There's a bloop into the outfield, and Soto makes the catch. 2 outs, runner on second.
Gray fouled off another pitch. We'll do it again at 1-2. One, 2 from Gausman. Swanimus got him. Strike 3. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning, courtesy of the strikeout.
The Marlins just got another run. It's 2-0. And Milwaukee has a runner on third now and 1 out.
First pitch is rifled into right field for the base hit. That's Williams, the shortstop. So runner aboard first here with 1 out for Tampa. See what Tampa could do. Bottom of the order due up. Seymour, the first baseman, at the dish, batting 9th in this one. Hopefully he could get on and pass the baton to top of the order. First pitch comes over the top, strike 1.
And the Mets are making another pitching change. They only went 1 2/3 innings with Mania.
Oh, one from Gosman. Upstairs, count even up at 1. One from Gosman. It's grounded. It's a fair ball, and it looks like it's going to be an infield single. Runners on first and second here. Seymour finds a way on base. First and second, 1 out for the top of the order, and that's Richie Palacios. It was a swinging bunt.
You might bunt.
Toronto had a huge shift on for Seymour, and he just beat the shift. Placed it where nobody was down the third baseline, and now he's on first with just 1 out. The Rays are rallying here.
Well, an ex-Blue Jay just hit a 2-run homer for Milwaukee, Denny Jansen's, and the Brewers now lead 3-2.
First pitch to Palacios is in there for strike 1. Well, the problem with the Mets is they don't have the tiebreaker. So if both of them lose, Mets ain't in the playoffs. It's win or go home today for the Mets.
Danny Jansen.
Fouled. I thought he would have been a good move for the Yankees this offseason.
Yeah, you needed a right-handed catcher.
It's an 0-2 count on the Tampa Bay left fielder. Runners on first and second. Palacios looking to come through. Gosman gets the sign. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Runner breaks for third, and he is in there safely. Kirk cannot nail him at third. Ducks on the pond here. Second and third. Only 1 out. The Rays really threatening now, using their speed to their advantage.
Runner on second, 2 outs. Javier Sanoa is up for the Marlins. The Marlins are really psyched right now.
That would be.
They do this to the Mets all the time. It's unbelievable. It's not over yet.
And Palacios is going to swing through that one for strike 3. 2 outs now. But the Rays do have the guy you want at the dish. Junior Caminero, the superstar third baseman who has had a breakout season, 40-plus homers for the youngster. He's up with a runner on first and a runner on second. His Rays are down by 1.
There's one hit all the way to the corner, 3-0, and a triple. A triple. The Mets are now down 3-0.
Whew. First pitch to Caminero's downstairs.
What's the pitch count on
81?
81.
Second pitch is yanked again. 2-0 now on the young third baseman. Was an all-star. Actually started the game at the hot corner for the American League All-Star team.
George, you had to see this guy on his horse. I never saw somebody run so fast.
Who?
This guy.
The Marlins dude?
Yeah. Sanoja. Unbelievable.
It's a 2-1 count on Caminero. Big spot right here for the Rays. Gosman glances at the runner at second. Gets to the plate, delivers, and that is low. 3-1 the count. It's a fastball count. Caminero has a runner on second and third with 2 outs, looking to tie the game or possibly more.
And there's another hit. 4-0 Marlins.
Gosman gets set. The 3-1 is downstairs.
They're leaving Rogers in to get killed.
This has been Rogers
I'm
giving
sorry,
up these
George.
runs? Wait, hold on. This has been Rogers giving up these
Yep.
runs for them? Wow.
Yes.
Caminero walked, so the bases now are loaded for Jonathan Aranda. All-star first baseman for Tampa, batting .319. He's got 3 RBIs so far today, and with that, John Schneider takes the slow stroll out to the mound. That's going to do it for Kevin Gausman's game. Most likely going to bring in a lefty to face the other lefty, Jonathan Aranda. But Gausman's day is done, and they do bring in the lefty, and he is responsible for all the 3 runners on base right now.
That's a good player. Very good play by Volpe to end the inning. Very nice play up the middle. Travis, why are you saying that the Yankees are looking bad? It's 2-2. I mean, give me a break. Nothing wrong with that. Finally, the inning is over, and at the end of 4, the Marlins lead 4-0.
Wow.
They're running all over Alex Trevino, I can tell you that. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes, and every time they have a chance, they're running. He has no arm, man. No arm. It's now 1st and 2nd for Milwaukee, and 2 outs.
Back here at Toronto, Kevin Gausman visibly frustrated with his outing. We got Mason Fluharty, the southpaw, coming in for Toronto. Big spot right here. The bases are loaded here with 2 outs. Toronto leads by only 1 run. Number 3 hitter for the Rays, Jonathan Aranda, is at the dish. First pitch to him clips the upper part of the plate for strike 1. 0-1 the count on Aranda. Not a power guy, but if you need someone to get a base hit, this is your man. 0-1 way inside, almost got a piece of him. Count even at 1. Lefty on lefty matchup. The 1-1 from Fluharty. Right down the middle, strike 2. 1-2 the count.
Another
Tampa.
run from Milwaukee, 4-2.
Jeez. They still could make the playoffs, though, the Reds.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone in Toronto's on their feet. It's a 1-2 count. The Rays are 1 strike away from this rally to come up short. The 1-2 upstairs just by about an inch. Count even up at 2. Good eye right there by Jonathan Aranda. Here's the pitch. Swung and miss, got him for strike 3. The Rays come up short. They leave the bases loaded. And we're going into the bottom of the 4th inning with still a 5-4 score. Fluharty slams the door. Yeesh.
Unbelievable. Well, the good thing is it's still only the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah. Lots of baseball left to
Lots of baseball to play. And Jose C. just walked, leadoff walk in the bottom of the 5th.
For who?
Jose for the Yankees.
Oh, Cabby.
Oh, I call. Mets have one out in the top of the fifth. Alvarez took one right down Broadway. Hey George, let me ask you something. If by chance the Mets don't make the playoff, do you think he's going to get fired?
Who, Mendy?
Yeah.
I think there's honestly a discussion to be had. I don't know who's responsible for a lot of these issues. I mean, whoever overvalued this starting pitching is someone to get fired. Whoever said that this was enough, because don't forget, they expected Sean Mania, who had a good third of the season. You know, the last third of the season, the home stretch, that's when he was good. He was a big part of that ride, but they expected him to do the same exact thing for a whole season. They expected Clay Holmes to be a quality starting pitcher. They expected Kodai Senga, who did not do anything this last postseason. In fact, he was awful. They expected him to go back to his winning ways. They're putting so much pressure on these young kids. So I don't know. They overvalued their starting pitching a lot, and Ernie Clement singles to lead off the inning for Toronto. But someone's got to go because someone screwed up. It wasn't really the offense this year. Soto, probably a top 5 MVP finish. Lindor's Lindor. Alonso had a good year. So you can't. And they also overvalued Mark Vientos. That's another guy they expected a ton out of, who I did not either. I compared him to Gleyber Torres. Had a really good first full season, and then it had a really had a solid half a season in his rookie year. His second year, when he got full playing time, really showed up. But then the next year following, this was 2020, when they made Gleyber play shortstop. He was awful. They made Mark. They had Mark. They put all this pressure on him. Mark was awful. So I think they just overvalued and overpressured their guys. They wanted too much out of them, and that was the issue with the Mets. I don't know if it's really Mendy, because he has made a lot of questionable decisions. As Miles Straw lays down a bunt, runner moves over to second, one out here in the bottom of the fourth. But someone's got to go for the Mets. This is unacceptable. You're a playoff team. You go to the NLCS. You're in the championship series 1 year. You don't really lose anybody. In fact, you bring in people. Obviously, you bring in Juan Soto, but David Peterson has the year of his life. You have all these things going for you, and you don't make the playoffs. Pete Alonso's having a fantastic year, a lot better season than he had last year. I just don't get it with the Mets. Someone's got to go, because honestly, on paper, the Mets should have been a playoff team. Mind you, again, with this playoff format, you just have to be a top 6 team. Got to be top 6. And the Mets weren't. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. Quintana was a little bit of a loss, but Severino wasn't going to do anything. I'm sorry. Sevy's nothing in terms of the Mets, the grand scheme of the Mets. When he went to Oakland, that meant nothing for you guys. He wasn't going to give you anything this year. But, you know, Joe, back in Toronto, it's a runner on second here with one out, and George Springer is at the dish.
Oh, they might as well just walk him. This guy, he's like he's blessed.
He's got Anthony Volpe luck.
Yeah.
Springer's going to hit a base hit into the outfield, rounding third, but stumbles as Ernie Clement might have been safe at home, but he fell and had to scamper back to third. So it's runners on the corners with only one out. What could have been for the Blue Jays. We'll see if that comes back to bite them in the butt.
What would they do without Springer? This
I don't
guy
know.
just went off on the Yankees and then just went crazy. There's 2 outs in the top of the 5th of Cincinnati game. Lindor has a 1-1 count here in the top of the 5th with 1 out, with 2 outs, a man on first, and he grounds it foul.
2 changes coming in, a new pitcher coming in for Tampa, but it also looks like Davis Schneider is going to be pinch hit for by Andres Jimenez.
Yankees have first and second, nobody out for Ben Rice.
I don't know, Cabby might have just been picked off. They're reviewing that. If Cabby was picked off, it's under review the play.
That's not good. 2-2 on Lindor. Let's see. I'm taking a look.
Oh, you see, Gunner might have blocked the plate or blocked the base. Cabby went to dive back in, and his hand hit Gunner's foot. But yeah, they called him out.
He hit the bag.
They called him out.
They did?
Yep.
That's ridiculous. 2-2 on Lindor in the top of the 5th. Time call. Runner on first, 2 outs for the Reds, and Marteza. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Little bit high, 3-2.
Edwin Ucita coming in for the Rays. He's in a little bit of a tight spot right here. Runners on the corners with only 1 out. Andres Jimenez, the lefty, comes in. First pitch from Ucita is lined foul. 0-1 the count.
And Lindor just walked first and second, 2 outs for Soto.
Oh, 1 to Jimenez. Lofted into the air, into right field. This should get a run home. And easily, Clement's going to be there standing up. It is now 6-4 Blue Jays.
All the Met fans are standing up in Miami. There's a meeting of the minds and on the mound. It's hard to believe this is the last day of the season, huh?
I know.
Hey, Dennis, welcome to the stream. Jose, Wolverine, what's going on, guys? Thanks for being a part of a crazy, luxurious day. Still not over.
First pitch to Vladdy is line foul. 0-1 the count. 2 outs here, runner aboard first. The Blue Jays just took a 6-4 lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. Andres Jimenez with a deep sac fly into right field. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. looking to add to that. George Springer takes his lead off first. Uceta gets set, fires. Big cut by Vlad. He can't connect. 0-2 the count now on the Blue Jays' first baseman.
One and 0 on Soto.
Vladdy fouls it off. We're doing it again at 0-2.
2-0 on Soto with Alonso lurking on deck. little bit of a comeback here. Bottom of the fifth coming up now for in the Cincinnati-Milwaukee game.
One,
The
2.
2-0 pitch is outside.
Vladdy takes ball 1. Springer successfully steals second base. So runner in scoring position now for Guerrero.
There's nothing that guy can't do, I'm telling you. I mean, he's a one-man riot squad. What is with that guy now?
And that is in there for strike 3. Vladdy gets frozen, leaves a runner on second base, but not before the Blue Jays add another. It is now 6-4 Toronto going into the bottom of the fourth inning.
All right, he walks Soto. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Alonso.
Ooh. What's the score?
You know what
again,
he
Joe?
did last year?
Score again?
4-0.
4-0.
They are standing in the streets there. One swing and it's 4-4. This is the guy that they held out, they made him suffer all winter long. And isn't it ironic? It's in his hands right now. Pitch is line to left field and caught. Oh my God, what a nice catch. Alonso can't believe it. He's like, are you kidding? That didn't go through the gap?
Wow.
The guy he just like a beat of lightning. Alonso cannot believe it. Wow. That was headed for at least a double. And
Bases clearing.
He came out of nowhere, George. Wow.
So is that it for the inning?
Yeah, that's it. The inning's over.
Whew.
What a play. That was an incredible play that could have put the sails out of the Mets.
Yeah. Might have just killed everything.
Alonso, he can't believe he thought he had at least a double. The guy that got the triple, he's the guy that made the catch. So they have all these names I can't, Yeah, Wolverine, you're right.
Fluharty stays in the game. Josh Lowe at the dish. First pitch to him is swung and miss. Strike 1.
He's not having a good year this year.
No, except the one big homer he hit. He's in an 0-2 hole now.
I don't know what happened to him this year. The Yankee bullpen is in good shape.
Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 3 pitches, 1 strikeout for Josh Lowe. Quickly, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Fernando Cruz is in right now, 1-1, man on first, nobody out, and Gunnar Henderson is at the plate.
My guy.
Edwin Diaz is in for the Mets.
Fluharty's got him in a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Just outside. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. On Magum, Rays center fielder. Stupid MLB TV isn't loading. Here's the 1-2 is grounded over to third. Barger fires over to first for the out. 2 outs now.
Yeah, Dennis, the Mets don't really have a choice. They got to put their best in.
Who's in?
Diaz.
Really? What inning?
Bottom 5.
Whew.
Crazy.
Swanimiss 0-2. Fluharty having a very good relief outing thus far.
Yep. And Diaz, long fly ball caught at the fence. 1 out.
1-2 now. Swanimiss got him for strike 3. It was fouled off though, so we're do it again at 1-2. Kirk arguing that he might have grabbed that one. Oh wow. Came right in and out of Kirk's glove. Should have been a strike 3.
We got 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th as a Cincinnati game.
1-2 outside. Count even now at 2. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off again. Great at bat right here. We're doing it again at 2-2.
Two outs, bottom of the 5th of the Met game. Diaz has thrown 10 pitches.
Full count now.
And swung on and missed, and that's the end of 5. 4-0 Marlins. And the end of 5, right on cue. The end of 5, the Milwaukee leads Cincinnati 4-2.
And grounds out to Ernie Clement for the 3rd out. Rays go 3 up, 3 down. Going into the bottom of the 5th inning, still 6-4 Toronto.
I think we might have to play 5-5-5.
What?
They're rolling the 5th. They're rolling the just. You give a couple of football scores while we wait. Let's see. We have the Jaguars 7, 49ers 3. In the second, the Colts in the second lead the Rams 10-3. The Bears 3-0. That 3rd and goal in the first inning. Listen to me. First quarter. The Ravens 7-3 on the Chiefs with 3:28 to go. The Packers and the Cowboys at 8:20 tonight. The final, Steelers beat the Vikings 24-21. The Bills beat the Saints 31-19. Texans beat the Titans 26-0. Detroit Lions 34, Browns 10. The Falcons the Falcons 34, the Commanders 27, the Eagles 31, the Buccaneers 25, Patriots 42, Panthers 13, I'm sorry. The Giants beat the Chargers 21-18. Tonight, tonight you have the Jets and the Dolphins, the Bengals and the Broncos. Jets and Dolphins, maybe the Jets can get their first win. That is your up-to-the-minute scoreboard. That is your up-to-the-minute scoreboard in the NFL. So both games now going to the top of the sixth. The Mets and the Marlins, and the Brewers and Cincinnati. And right on cue, both left-handed hitters had foul balls. Funny.
2-0 the count on Santander. He's 0 for 2 so far today, batting a whopping 175 on the season. Takes outside, though. 3-0 the count on the Blue Jays right fielder, Dalton Varsho on deck. Here's 3-0. That is outside, ball four. A 4-pitch walk to lead things off for the Blue Jays.
Both games, one out in the top of the sixth. Vientos is up for the Mets, and Andujar is up for the Giants. For the Reds.
Varsho's going to fly out center.
You have one out there?
Yes.
Vientos lines one in the right field. That's going to be a base hit. And he will stop at first.
Trent Grisham just made a hell of a play to get Fernando Cruz out of a jam.
That's good.
And here comes Alejandro Kirk, the big man on campus in this one. Runner aboard first. First pitch to Kirk. Way up and outside. Ball one.
Two outs now in the Milwaukee-Cincinnati game in the top of the sixth.
It's a 1-1 count on Kirk. One out here, runner aboard first. Blue Jays lead by 2. Pickoff move over to first. Nothing doing. Back with a dive is Santander.
One and one on McNeil. Swung on and missed. 1-2. So if the Yankees end up the wild card, we play Tuesday night, correct?
Yes. Joe, I just got a stat. That ball Pete Alonso hit, the line out with the bases loaded, that was the hardest hit ball of 2025. No one has hit the ball harder than that this season. Or that was his hardest hit ball of the season.
How
that was his hardest. I think it was let me see if I can find the number. But tough blow was right at him.
Two outs now in the top of the sixth on the Met game.
Here's the pitch to Kirk. Kirk's going to crank one high in the air out to center field. Going, gone. It clears the center field wall. His second homer of the day. 6th RBI is now 8-4 Toronto. They double their lead. And it is not looking good for Tampa here in the 5th.
That is not good. That is not good. Well, everything's in commercial break. The Red Sox lead Detroit 4-3, top of the seventh. So if the Red Sox win, we play Detroit?
I believe so. I believe that's the game plan.
That's the game plan. Do, 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 do.
Still only one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Blue Jays. Addison Barger at the dish. He's 0 for 2.
Giancarlo.
One, 2 to Barger. So looping fly ball into right field. Is anyone going to get it? No, it's going to drop down. Fair ball. Barger slides into second. Wild throw backed up by Caminero. It's a double for Addison Barger. Bloop shot. Runner aboard second here with only one out for Ernie Clement. Started the game at shortstop, was subbed over to second base when Andres Jimenez came into the game. Looking to add to this 4-run lead that the Blue Jays have. Clement batting .278 on the season. He's 1 for 2. He's ahead 2-0 now in the count. Two-0 pitch. Fouled off. 2-1 the count now on Ernie Clement.
We're still top of the sixth, 2 outs, 1-1 on Alvarez.
2-1 to Clement. Outside, 3-1 the count. It's a fastball count. Runner aboard second here with just one out for Ernie Clement. Clement's going to hit a fly ball. Caught by the second baseman. 2 outs now here. The bottom of the fifth inning.
Alvarez is battling 2-2 here at the top of the sixth with 2 outs.
First pitch to Miles Straw is in there for strike one. 0-1 the count. Straw's 0 for 1 today with a sac bunt. Straw grounds one over to short, fields it, fires over to first for the out, but not before the Blue Jays tag on 2 more, courtesy of Alejandro Kirk. 6 RBIs, 2 homers, and in the result, the Blue Jays lead 8-4 over Tampa, going for the division as we go into the bottom of the fifth inning, or top of the sixth, I should say, top 6.
Alvarez just takes strike 3 with a 3-2 count right down the middle. and the inning is over. So at the end of 5.5, 4-0, 4-0 Marlins. Everybody, I hope you're enjoying the play-by-play of all these games. And George doing a wonderful job with the Toronto game and Tampa. Please press the like button, show some love, and also remember to subscribe. We really appreciate it. We will be coming back with a post game. We'll go over everything, but both games must be over. So we're looking between around 7:15, 7:30, guys. And we will go to another stream. So after this is over, we will talk a couple of minutes, and then when it is 7:15, we will come back live on the other stream that's getting ready for us for later on. So thank you, everyone. We really appreciate it. It isn't over yet, guys, but right now, not looking all that terrific, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. So we'll just keep calling the games until they're over. I hate when everything's all in commercials. Everything's in commercials.
First pitch is outside as we're back here in Toronto. The Blue Jays have a 4-run lead now. Lewis Varland, the new pitcher, the righty. Big swing. 1-1 the count now on Gray, the second baseman.
Will they play Tuesday and Wednesday, or is there a day in between?
I think it might be Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on that.
Right. That's what they usually do. I don't know if they changed it. Milwaukee has first and second, nobody out. One out in the sixth.
The 1-2 swung on a miss. Gray strikes out swinging. One out here in the top of the sixth inning.
Top of the seventh in Yankee Stadium, and Weaver is in.
Yeah, still a 2-2 game.
Yes, sir. And our buddy is there.
Yes, he is.
Mr. Evans. He's got nice seats too, a little bit past the third base line. He sent me a picture. Pretty cool. 3-2 on Wegman here in the top of the sixth. The first 69 games, the Mets were 652 winnings. The last 92, 413.
Jeez.
Team ERA was 280 and then almost 5.
It's the pitching. Bullpen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're making Diaz air it all out. Nobody out, 3 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And there's a ground ball to second and 1 out.
Strike 3, Williams not happy with the call. 2 outs now here in the top of the sixth inning.
One out here in the bottom of the sixth. Swung on him. Diaz is just airing it out. 98 miles an hour. His 20th pitch coming up.
It's an 0-1 count on Seymour. 0-1 downstairs. 1-1 the count now. Two and one the count now on Seymour. I don't know, guys, about the whole reliever situation. You have guys who throw almost every day. Like we've had Weaver throw almost every day sometimes this season. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, it's a Sunday, and it would be a day's rest for Weaver. Maybe we don't even use him. Maybe depending on who we play, we want Yarbrough with the lefty heavy lineup we could be facing. But we also got beasts. I mean, Cruz and Weaver in the same game. I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, you already clinched it. No one's catching you for the spot you are for the first place spot in the wild card. Yeah, I don't really agree. I don't really agree with the decision to put both of them in. I mean, that just tells you, though, they have faith in Devin Williams. As much as it sucks to say, that just tells you they have faith to put Devin Williams in a possible high leverage situation in game one. That's what it comes down to. They're not going to put Weaver in. They trust that Devin Williams is going to be able to get the outs. No, people won't be happy with that, but that's just a fact now by what they're putting in. It's an 0-2 count on Richie Palacios.
Top of the seventh, coming up for the Marlins and Mets. Good job by Diaz to hold it down.
Dunks in for a base hit. Richie Palacios is aboard here with 2 out. Junior Caminero coming up. He walked last AB to load the bases. I feel like they might have pitched around Caminero a little bit with a base open at first last time.
Yep.
Pitching coach comes out to have a little chat with his pitcher as Brendan Little, the lefty, warms up. So most likely this gonna be Varland's last batter, and then they're gonna bring in the lefty to face Jonathan Aranda. This inning or next inning, whenever Aranda gets up, that's gonna be Little's man. Big spot here, though, for Caminero with runners at the corners. 2 outs, though, so can't be too careful, though. He's got 4. Oh, my gosh, what a season it's been. 45 homers, 110 RBIs for the young superstar third baseman. First pitch to Junior in the dirt. Good block, though, by Alejandro Kirk.
3-run homer would be nice.
It would bring them within 1, but then, of course, they're never going to take the lead. 1-0 to Caminero. Big swing on that one. 1-1 the count. I don't know, Blaze, if they're going to the World Series. That's a very hard statement to make. I'll tell you what, though, the biggest piece they're missing from last year, it's not Soto. The biggest piece they're missing is Garrett Cole. As Caminero grinds one to the shortstop, who gets the force out at second. Rays come up short yet again. So, yeah, it's not Soto that they're missing this postseason. It's Cole. It's having a pitcher with postseason experience that can take the ball, who can give you that many pitches. I mean, he gave us, like 120 pitches? Yep. Game 5? There's no one else in the sport besides Zach Wheeler, who also is hurt, and maybe Tarek Scoopball, who can do that. That's the loss that the Yankees have. Hopefully, though, Fried could pick up that slack. I think he can. But Rodon's a great pitcher, but the problem with Rodon is he's not going deep. He's not getting you into the 7th inning. He can't. Cole was almost a lock to get you onto the 6th and then some. Fried is not the same as Rodon last year. Not at all. Not even close. Or Fried isn't the same as Cole last year. Not at all. So we can't expect Fried to do what Cole did because at the end of the day, they're different pitchers. They have different styles of pitching. But Fried also doesn't have the workhorse. He doesn't have the endurance that Garrett Cole does. He's not as efficient with as the pitch count as Garrett Cole is. That's the biggest issue that they have. They don't have anyone in this rotation besides maybe Fried, and that's a rarity. Fried only did it a couple times this season, get to the 7th inning. Carlos Rodon maybe did it once or twice, and Cam Schindler, I doubt, will get to the 7th inning. If we have a wild card series, which we probably will, I doubt that Cam will get to the 7th inning. That's the problem, because the bullpen's going to be stretched thin. That's why I also don't like having Cruz and Weaver throw today. I don't like it. I'm not saying that Fried's going to get hit around, but I'm saying that you're probably looking at Fried giving us 6. Fried's probably going to give us 6 innings pitched on Tuesday. But what happens then? You have 3 innings to cover. 2 of those, if you rested Luke Weaver, if he didn't pitch at all today, 2 of those innings could have been by Luke Weaver, who could have handed it off to David Bednar. So,
yeah. Crazy. 2 outs for the Mets, top of the 7th. Lindor is up 1-0.
I guess they're going to have faith in Yarbrough. They're going to think Yarbrough is going to be that guy in the postseason. Another lefty coming out of the pen. I'm telling you guys, they're putting a lot of faith in Devin Williams. They have trust in him. He's had a really good couple weeks. I'll give him that. But do you trust Devin Williams, Joe?
No, not right now. I don't.
But that's the problem. They do. The reason they threw Cruz, the reason they threw Weaver today is because they think that Devin Williams is going to be able to get them outs. As George Springer flies out to Richie Palacios, 1 out here.
He actually made an out?
Yeah, he finally got out. I don't trust him either, Donnie. I don't trust him either, but that's what's going to happen. We can all agree, though, he has been pitching well, but the Yankees are putting too much faith in him. They're putting too much trust, opposed to guys like Weaver and Cruz who have done it all season, who have had better years overall than Williams. Nothing we could really do about that as fans because the decision's been made. Williams is going to be the setup guy. It's going to be Dev. Obviously, though, the closer is David Bednar. No debate whether that. Do you pitch Bednar today?
No. Not if there's no chance.
Yeah.
Not if there's no chance. There is 2 outs, runner on second, and Soto's up, and he swings and misses. Nothing in 1.
Yeah, I mean, Travis, to your comment, I mean, definitely you could trust Fried. Rodon's going to give you something, but Rodon isn't going to give you length. That's the problem. Rodon isn't going to give you length, and the same goes for Cam. You're going to have back-to-back starts. You're going to go Rodon and Cam, guys who may not even get into the 6th inning. I think both have a fair shot, but that I'm not going to make any statements. The guy I know who can probably get into the 6th is Max Fried. The other 2, I don't know. I really don't know. Do I think Cam has the endurance? Yes, but I think he has a short leash. I think that they're giving Cam Schindler a really short leash this postseason. And Rodon, he's just not as efficient with the pitch count. No shade to him. He's been fantastic this season. But if we're talking about what it means to lose Garrett Cole, that workhorse, it just doesn't. And it doesn't make sense to throw Weaver and Cruz today. You can maybe get away with throwing one of them today, but throwing both, I don't like that at all. As Vlad, he's going to ground out to the second baseman. Blue Jays go down quickly. 1-2-3. We're heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, or the top of the 7th. I keep getting this wrong. The top 7th coming here.
Yeah, all right. 2-2 on Soto here in the top of the 7th. Enriquez is still pitching pretty decently. The look back at second. The pitch is popped up. Way up in the air. Second baseman makes the catch. And that is it, going to the bottom of 7. Well,
ooh, a pitching change in the Bronx. Hey, Jazz. Jazz is going to get an AB.
yeah, Jake, we're going to give our predictions. If the game is Tuesday night, we're going to give our honest opinions on Monday with a roundtable discussion. George, are you able to come on a little bit at all to give just maybe a half hour of your time?
Maybe
around 8:00 on Monday. Would that be sufficient for you?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
I definitely try to give you something.
Is earlier better for you her to come on? What time?
Actually,
what time?
I can't do tomorrow. I can't do tomorrow.
You can't do it. Okay.
Cannot, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, if there are 2 games, in the playoffs, maybe we'll call one, and Ken will call the Yankee game. So if you're available at all, let me know.
Yeah, and Blaze, Crochet is better than Freed. He is better than Freed. Crochet. Yeah, I'm still in school. I'm a sophomore in high school. Jonathan Aranda leading things off here for Tampa. First pitch to him is way inside. Almost got a piece of him for ball 1. Top of the 7th inning. Toronto leads 8-4.
How about a 4-run rally?
You could see it. Dennis, it's different, though. It's different because that 6 1/3 innings pitched, that was the BS Game 5 of the World Series where he threw 120 pitches. Cannot get him for that. And most of Cole, there's no one else in the sport who can do what Cole did in the postseason. There's no other postseason pitcher in the sport like Garrett Cole. What he did with Houston, what he did with the Yankees in his tenure with the Yankees. He's a workhorse. And also, those games that you put in, the early games when we were playing like Kansas City, the Yankees had a win in the bag. They knew they were going to win, so they pulled Cole early. That's what happened with that, because we smoked Kansas City. We had easy wins against them. We didn't want to waste Cole. We didn't want an injury to happen. It's a 2-2 count on Aranda. Upstairs, full count now.
Everybody wants Ben to come back. They want to get him.
I think you're looking at the wrong stats, Dennis. He didn't. What do you mean his last start versus Houston? We didn't play Houston in the playoffs last year. It was Kansas, Cleveland, and then LA.
Maybe it means like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Maybe, but what does that have to do with anything? We didn't play Houston in the playoffs. His last start versus Houston. Okay. Don't really care that much about it. Can Schindler dominate versus the Red Sox lineup? I don't know. No, with Houston, when he was with Houston as an Astro himself in his playoff tenure, he has playoff pedigree just like his teammate Giancarlo Stanton. With Houston, not versus Houston, with Houston. But back to, I think it was Blaze. Can Schindler dominate first Boston? I think he's waiting to explode. I think that's what's happening with Cam Schindler. I think it's there. I think the guy's incredibly raw. His talent, I think he's just waiting to explode. And I think we saw a little bit of that when he took that no-hitter or perfect game, I think it was, into the 7th inning versus Tampa. I saw something in Cam Schindler. I really did. I think we're just waiting for that to be put on full display. He's learning. He's developing as a pitcher. So the best is yet to come for Cam Schindler as Jonathan Aranda strikes out after a long at bat, one out here in the top of the 7th. But Cam, I would not write off Cam. I think we can either get a very good start out of Cam or like a 4-inning start. I think that's the reality with Cam Schindler. I think it's 50-50, to be honest with you guys, because he's had some starts where he gets hit around a little bit. He only goes 4 innings, and then he's had starts where he looks dominant. So I think it's all up to how Cam's feeling that day. Hopefully, though, as a Yankee fan, I hope he does go have that legacy start. I hope he does really tone it in. And I think he can. I think it's very possible. He's a volcano waiting to erupt, Cam Schindler. That's my analysis of him. He's just ready to explode. And I think we'll see that hopefully soon, this postseason. Yeah, Jose, he is the real deal. You watch this guy pitch, you could see the raw talent with Cam. He just needs to translate it a little more into the game. He has to be more efficient with the pitch count. That's his biggest enemy right now. It's the number of pitches he throws. Has to limit the free pass a little more. But, I mean, his last start against Baltimore looked really good. That was promising, the last start he had against the Orioles. I think that we will have a good start from Cam. I'm hoping we will. It's hard to say because he's been 50-50 a little bit in big games against good teams. But I'm hopeful. It's hard, Michael, to say just because how good of a season the Blues. I mean, I think they should win the division too, but we can't really take away the season Toronto's had. You know, the season that the Blue Jays have put together, it's a really good one. They've had guys like Addison Barger, Ernie Clement, Alejandro Kirk's had another good season. The bullpen has been good for the Blue Jays. It's been hard. It's been hard to keep up with them. And they've had the upper hand against us, plain and simple. Now, why is Devin Williams now into the game? I think that's a little interesting. Because he has 8 consecutive scoreless appearances.
I guess he wants to get everybody.
He's done good the past few start outings. I know I don't want him in high leverage, but if you're using Weaver, Cruz, and now Williams, who's going to be your high leverage guy on Tuesday? Are you really going to go to another one? You're going to go to one of these 3 on one day's rest in a postseason game? That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. You know?
Probably think that he needs some work, and that's what's happening.
I mean, yeah, but those are the 3 candidates, I would say, to be our setup guy this postseason. You know?
Yeah. No, you're right. 100%.
Say we do play Boston. Crochet versus Fried, that sounds like a close game to me. That sounds like a 1-run game in need of a save and a setup guy. Who's going to pitch the 8th inning? Who's going to pitch the 7th? I know they could throw on one day's rest, but why risk it? You know, Cruz threw a good amount of pitches today. It's not like these guys had quick innings. Cruz had guys on base. And now Devin Williams gave up a leadoff single. I know they could pitch on one day's rest, but like, I don't know.
It's got to be very, very foggy in Yankee Stadium. some of the pictures are like really, really, wow. Mets are in the bottom of the seventh, 2 outs, runner on third.
Yeah, it's in a commercial break right here. I believe we're having a pitching change in Toronto, but I think this game's just about done.
Helmsley's in, Maurice's in, and timeout is called. 3-2 with 2 outs, bottom of the seventh, 4-0 Marlins. Milwaukee's still up 4-2 in the seventh, man on second, and 2 outs. The 3-2 pitch to Maurice is down low for a ball 4. I'll tell you, I don't know what happened to Helsley, man, but he's really been terrible for the Mets.
Yeah. Cruz threw 35 today.
He's a bulldog though. He's pretty well a bulldog. Otto Lopez is up with 2 outs, 15 homers. Here comes the first pitch, and it's a little bit low, 1-0. And the runner uncontested goes to second, so second and third and 2 outs.
Pitch hitter comes in. It's Nathan Lukes for the Blue Jays. It's a 1-2 count on Lukes. No one aboard here, nobody out here in the bottom of the seventh inning.
Dennis, probably we're going to do probably the other game. We're definitely going to do pregame and postgame for sure.
Still 1-2 count on Lukes.
If we go back-to-back days, I have to check with Ken from The Ugly Truth for Wednesday because he usually doesn't do Wednesday games. So we might get Wednesday's game, but I have to speak with him first. One and two. And right down Broadway, 3 outs. So the Mets are going to go to the top of the eighth inning, trailing 4-0 with Alonso leading off. And the end of the inning for Milwaukee. So they're both going to the top of the eighth.
Yeah, Blue Jays game's a little behind. It's still a 1-2 count on Lukes. Nobody out. Inside, 2-2 the count now. Luke's grounds one over to third. Caminero Fields fires. 1 out here in the bottom of the seventh. Dalton Varsho at the dish. He's 1 for 3. Oh, good play by Ryan McMahon. Varsho dunks a base hit into center field. A 1-out single for the Blue Jays center fielder. And that brings up Alejandro Kirk. Kirk gets a standing ovation from these Blue Jay fans.
Why not? Was the day that he's had?
3 for 3, 6 RBIs, 2 homers. First pitch to Kirk. Right down the middle, strike 1. Kelly attacking him early.
The Red Sox are in the top of the ninth, leading 4-3.
Broken bat. It's a pop out for Kirk. Varsho scampers back to first. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th.
And Pete Alonso steps in the top of the 8th against Forcha. Here comes the pitch, and it's ball 1. And a curveball, nice sweeping curveball was in there, 1-1. What a year for Alonso. 38 homers at 126 RBIs.
Jeez.
Guess he's got to be considered for the MVP. Strike 2, 1-2.
He's going to get paid.
Oh, he's definitely going to get paid. He's definitely opting out, that's for sure. He's got to be nuts not to. Could you see him in a Yankee uniform?
No.
I don't either. The 1-2 pitch. The set. Wow, long time wait. Down in the dirt, 2-2.
Full count here on Addison Barger. Varsho takes his lead off first. On deck is Ernie Clement. Blue Jays lead by 4.
Two pitches popped up, foul, and out of play, and we'll do it again. Guys throwing BBs, 98, 99. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Alonso. The set and the pitch, grounded, base hit to left field. And again, he starts a rally.
Barger muscles one high into the air, going, gone. An absolute rocket off the bat of Addison Barger to make the lead 6 now. It is 10-4 Toronto.
10-4, good buddy.
It's
10-4.
over.
Yeah, that's over. And Nimmo hits a long fly ball to center. The center fielder makes the catch. 1 man out.
And Ben Rice now is going to lean into one, and he's going to send that into the bullpen for a go-ahead homer.
You.
Look at that, Joe. The Yankees take the lead. Not that it really matters too much with Toronto, but...
Well, Ken was right that they were going to win 8 in a row.
Joe, I'm going to have to drop out, unfortunately.
Okay, can you just finish that inning?
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit.
Okay.
3-0 on Clement. 3-1 now the count. Blue Jays shortstop.
What is that, the bottom of the 7th?
It is, and Clement's going to walk. I am going to dip now, Joe. Or Clement actually looks like he fouled it off his leg, so it's 3-2. But I'm gonna have to go. But I'll see you, Joe. Chat, have a good one.
All right. Have a good one. All right, guys. I'm going to be getting the game. Give me a minute. And another walk to Clement, and he's on first. And the Mets have first and second and one out. Miles Straw is up for the Blue Jays here with men on first and two outs. And that's a strike. Strike one on Jeff McNeil. The pitch to Straw way outside, 2-1. Here comes the pitch to McNeil. And that's low, 1-1. Francisco Alvarez is waiting on deck. 2-1 on Miles Straw here on the bottom of the 7. Strike two on Jeff McNeil, 1-2. Man, that's nasty. He has a 78-mile-an-hour sweeper and then a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's another one hitting in the gap for Toronto, and they're going to get another run. And it's now 11-4, and this game is over, guys. It is over. It definitely looks like Toronto is definitely going to win the division. Unfortunately, guys, 2 outs in the Met game. Alvarez is up. Oh, the Yankees did an incredible run. We'll definitely talk about everything in the post game. I won't get into it now, but obviously all the games that they had blown was really something else, guys. That was the key. They have nobody but to blame themselves. But you know what? They're on a high right now. I don't even think they're going to be even worrying about what happened and all of that. Not when you win 8 in a row. You just gotta move on. You have to move on. We can discuss it, but them, they don't really need to because they know. They already know. Alvarez has a 1-ball, 2-strike count in the top of the 8th, and he fouls it behind home plate, and he'll do it again, 1-2. Well, listen, whatever the pitching matchup, whatever, at least the Yankees are in. That's all that matters to me. At least they're in. Now let's see what they're going in maybe with an 8-game winning streak. Two and two on Alvarez here in the top of the 8th. The Mets have first and second and nobody out. And 2 outs, I'm sorry. The pitch is down low, ball 3, 3-2. The Met fans are still hopeful. There's a lot of Met fans in Miami there. And Mr. Everything is up for the Jays there, George Springer. The pitch swung on and missed. That would have been ball 4, and he just cracks the bat off of his leg. That would have been ball 4. He went for it. He struck out. Oh, that would have definitely been ball 4. He takes his bat and he smashes it over his leg. Cracked it in 2. So at the end of 7.5, going to the bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Marlins. And it may look like that the Marlins, well, it ain't over till it's over, but my God, they do it to the Mets every year. It's unbelievable. Giancarlo Stanton is up here. Man, right down Broadway, 1 and 2. And George Springer just hits another home run. This guy's just not normal. What is up with this guy? Come on already. Enough. My God. It's now 13-4. Forget it. Forget it. It's not even worth it. How do you get this guy out? My God. What a pain. And then a stupid jacket that they put on. All right, going to the top of the ninth. I don't know. Do we do the 10-run Mercy? And there's another one hit deep, and that's off the top of the wall. They are just having their way with Tampa Bay. It's done. It's done. It's 13-4, guys. I don't think it even. It's not even worth staying with it. No, listen. It's not that I'm. What's that? Real? No, I understand. I mean, you got to understand too. There's, we're not hiding that we're Yankee fans. You know that. But again, it's like, congratulations to Toronto. I'm not taking it away from them, but it's disappointing. I mean, you win 8 in a row. And, the Yankees did a lot, but a little bit too late. A little bit too late. Too many one-run losses. Too many they didn't hit in the clutch. But you know what? We can't talk about it like it's a thing of the past, because they're in the playoffs. That's the main thing. They're the number 1 wild card team. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, might as well do more play-by-play right here on the Met Marlin game as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The other game, Guerrero's up. Guys, 13-4. And Guerrero strikes out, and we go into the top of the 8th. All right, here 3-2 as Soto's pitching. And not sure who's up because they don't have any graphics. Here comes the pitch. Line to left field and down the line. That's going to go all the way to the wall. He rounds first on his second. He's going to go to third. Nope, he stops at second. Runner on second. Nobody out for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Dodgers lead the Mariners 6-1. So, I mean, there's a very good chance that Cam would not tie Aaron Judge. So, a little sigh of relief because we didn't want anybody to beat Judge this fast or ever. It's going to take a miracle now. I doubt he's going to get 3 home runs when they're already in the 5th inning. All right, here comes the pitch. Outside ball. Oh, no, it's a call strike to Wegman. He's 1 for 3. He's doubled. 251, 9 homers, 53 RBIs. Soto sets and delivers, and that's a strike, 1-1. Hey, real life. Real life, thanks for joining. If you'd be so kind and rah-rah the channel by subscribing and pressing the like button, we really appreciate it. A lot of Met fans in that are very, very disappointed in Miami right now. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Wegman. And he swings and hits a foul over the first base bag. 0-2. The Red Sox, let's see, Michael, the Red Sox, the playoffs a lot less often than we do, but when they do more often, they win the World. No, they're not winning the World Series. They're not good enough. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and it's popped up, blooped in the center field. That could fall. Nope. Cedric gets it and keeps the runner on second base. 1 out. 13-4. Toronto missed the extra point, and Tampa's got 2 safeties. Yeah. Hey, John, you got to be happy. Your New York Giants won a game. Ho, 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 for the Giants. Do the fans already think they're going to win the Super Bowl now? Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Now the Jets got to do their part. Yeah, right. Okay. Bottom of the 8th, and a swing and a miss by Hernandez. Here comes the pitch, and it's outside, 1-1. So the Yankees are going to be playing without home field if they make it through the. So what, Jake? They're still in it. I'd rather be in it than be playing golf. Would you want to be? Would you want to be like the other teams? At least we're in it. Let's be happy. Little ground ball to short, and he cannot make the play. Lindor. So it's first and third. And 1 out. First and third and 1 out. Yeah, but John, you can't have everything in life. You know what I mean? Listen, at least we're still in there. All right, let's see. The top of the 8th. Tampa leads off a fly ball to center field, and it's 1 out to Miles Straw. So the Reds have lost their game. They're done. So now they're just going to sit by the TV, and if the Mets lose, Cincinnati is in. No, Celia, don't get chest pains. Come on. If I'm not worried, you shouldn't be worried. Don't worry about it. Exhale, relax. Come on a round show tomorrow night. That's what you need to do. Come on with us tomorrow night, Celia. We'll make it easy. First and third, and Navato is up. 1 ball and 100. Brian Navarrato, 1 for 3, 4 for 13 this year, a homer, 5 RBIs. He's catching right now. And the other Soto is pitching. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Tampa's got 1 out. And there's a ball hit deep to center again. Miles Straw is under it and makes the catch. And that's 2 outs in the 8th inning. Here comes the pitch. Little ground ball foul to Berto. So we'll do it again. It's first and third and 1 man out. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Marlins catcher. Yeah, Celia, that would be great. That would be awesome. We're not going to take too much of your time. You know, you stay on a half hour, stay on as long as you want. It'd just be nice to have you on. And the pitch is low, 2-2. Yeah, Dennis. You tell her to come on, Dennis. And you too, Dennis, come on. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He gone. 2 outs. He gone. He gone. He gone. And 2-1 on Seymour. And he pops it up. Foul territory. Guerrero cannot get it. It's a stands. So it's still 2 strikes, 2 men out. 2 men out in the top of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th. All right, the Marlins have first and third and 2 outs. Thanks, T-Road. I appreciate that. What's it going to take? Dennis and Celia at the same time? Come on, guys. Make me happy. One time. You've been saying you're going to come on. Why are you disappointing me all the time? I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys come on tonight on our postgame? You're here now. There's no school. Why don't you come on tonight? The play is under review on either hitting a batter. I don't know. It's crazy. The Yanks are in the top of the 9th, 2 outs. And Bednar in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. And the Yankees end the season winning 8 games in a row. Congratulations to our New York Yankees. Congratulations. We'll host the Red Sox in the Wild Card Series if the Blue Jays win. Well, obviously they are going to win. Listen, if nothing else, let's give a good congratulations to the Yankees. They finished up strong, man. I mean, the only one that really believed that was going to happen was Ken from The Ugly Truth. He did say that they were gonna win 8 in a row, and they did. And he said they were going to win the division with a little bit more luck. With one of those, that's why people say, it's only April. It's only May. It's only June. Thank you. That's 10 games they've blown. To talk about it is crazy at this point. What are you going to do? You can't, as they say, you can't cry on spilt milk. You just can't. So we have an 0-1 count on Edwards, who's had a nice game. He's 2 for 4. Soto's is going on his 21st pitch. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, and it's way outside, 1-1. Yeah, no, Lou, I'm just making conversation. I am very happy. But let's face it, the Yankees have blown so many games, and that's why they are where they are, even though they won 8 games in a row. The 1-1 pitch is a little bit low, 2-1. Remember, everyone, we're gonna more than we are gonna take a break, but we will be back at 7:15 for the post-game show. Staying on until these games are both over. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Edwards. Foul behind home plate, and it's 2-2. And how do you do? I mean, but something's got to be done about Springer, man. That he's uncontrollable right now. He really is. Jeez, he doesn't make out for nothing. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Line. Oh, nice play by Alonso. Steps on the bag, and that'll do it. We're going to the top of the 9th with the Marlins leading 4-0. Well, Lou, we're not sure. I don't know when Anthony's due back, but he's supposed to be back. That's what we're hearing. He's supposed to be back eventually. I don't know when. We'll take a look to see, but I'm not 100% sure when he's due back. Yeah, not sure, guys. All right. So the Jays are just having a hitting party today, and it's crazy. 13. That's it. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th. So remember, guys, we are going to take a little. We're going to take a little break, and as soon as these games are over, we will come back around 7:15 for our post-game show. Cruise control. Yankee game's over, so everybody's coming aboard here. How you doing, everyone? How's it going? Please press the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate it, guys. Going on my 4th hour. And the top of the 9th is starting. Ball 1 to Mauricio. Tyler Phillips is in. He's 4 for 4 in saves. 2.82 ERA. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And it's down low for a ball, 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Another one down low, 3-0. Cedric Mullins is on deck. The 3-0 pitch is right down Broadway. The automatic strike, 3-1. Kirk, who's having an incredible day, is up with 2 outs. And the 3-1 pitch is up high, ball 4. And the Mets have a man on first and nobody out. Cedric Mullins and Kirk. He's on fire alert this game. My God. And the pitch to Mullins is right down Broadway for a call. Strike 1. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch to Mullins is swung on, hit in the air deep to center field. And the right fielder comes over and makes the catch. 1 man out. He gave that a ride near the warning track, but he makes the catch. 1 man out. And Francisco Lindor is coming up. It'd be apropos that, let's say, in case the last man out would be Juan Soto. Here's a strike to Lindor, 0-1. There's 2 outs in the Blue Jay game. Lindor steps up. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on and grounded to second. To short for 1. Back to first. The ball game is over. And the Mets season is over. With Juan Soto on deck. So if he thought losing the World Series last year was bad, this is even worse. Unbelievable. Incredible. Well, one thing you got to give credit to the Yankees. They won everything. They won 8 in a row. We're going in the 9th inning now in the Toronto game, up 13-4, guys. I don't think we're going to see a 9-run rally. What do you think? All right, we'll take a couple of questions here, and then we'll end the stream and come back in a little over an hour. Michael, my hometown is about 10 miles south of Hartford. If you look up Springer's biography, you know where I live. Okay, great, Michael. Cool. Well, you know what? If you invite him over for dinner, don't let him out of your sight, will you? Michael, the Yankees didn't even compete when they got swept by the Jays during the first. Yeah, you're right. They really didn't compete well at all. I mean, and I think we have to give them a little shot in the arm. 94 and 68, not too shabby for a team with homegrown talent and a team that can't sign the big name free agents. I'm more than happy with our season. And you should be proud of it, real LL Star. You should be proud of it. And you got a great performance from George Springer all year. And luckily he stayed healthy for you guys. He has one more rah-rah in him. If Alonso gets up, it could be the last at bat as a Met. Yep. Could be. Do I hear Yankee pinstripes maybe? What do you think? Nah, I don't think so. Chances are we still will play the Red Sox in the division round. Everybody new in here, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're doing everything possible. We've called different games. Ken from The Ugly Truth called a lot of the games. Called 8 straight wins for the Yankees, which was awesome. We will be back around 7:15 with the post game, and we'll dissect everything. We'll get everything in order, and it does look like the only thing that I'm looking to find out. We're going to go back-to-back nights. If we go back-to-back nights, then we will ask Ken the Ugly Truth if he's calling the game or if we'll have the play-by-play on Wednesday. But one thing you could look forward to, guys, we'll have a pregame, we'll have the postgame, and we'll always have coffee bagels in the morning. We also will always have hopefully a lot of different guests for you, and we will definitely have it with Nitin and his crew all the time. So we are excited. The season is not over yet by any means. We start all over again. And you know what? If we start the playoffs like we did this season, we're going to the World Series. How's that? So I'm not concerned. At least we're not going home. We are getting prepared. Tomorrow they get back to work, and Tuesday starts the whole shenanigans. So no problems at all, guys. We got to be really thankful that where we are. There was one time, and you know it, that you didn't think we were going to make it this far. I didn't think we were going to make it this far. Aaron Judge and Stanton carried the team the last 8 to 10 games. That was amazing. Obviously, if Stanton wasn't hurt most of the year, easily would have gotten 100 RBIs. But he's sort of a very silent player of the year for them. He really is. And you know what happens now? The lights get really turned on. The lights get turned on for him. So, we just got to be happy. And there is one out now in the 9th inning. And the Blue Jays are 2 outs away from winning the American League East. Congratulations to them. They've had a good year. And hopefully the Yankees will be in their path again. And it'll be a little different story. The next time around, hopefully we'll get that far. But you can't look past the Red Sox. We'll dissect that tomorrow, actually. But we're gonna go over everything in the post game. Kudos to a lot of these teams that made it very hard on different teams. The Marlins have done an incredible job always against the Mets. They always do. It's incredible. Nothing changes. No matter who the Mets have, what the Mets do, they always end up beating the Mets in a crucial Sunday game. And, I really thought this time would be different. We now have 2 outs in the 9th inning, and the Toronto is 1 out away from the first time celebrating since, 1992, 93? So let's hope the Yankees can get that far. And I think that would be a great matchup, Yankees Blue Jays. But we can't pass. No way we got to pass up on the Red Sox. We got to beat the Red Sox, put them out, and that's it. Just do it and get it over with. And let's see. Here comes the pitch, and there's a ground ball to first. Guerrero makes the play. That's it. It's over. And the Blue Jays have won the American League East title. All right, folks, that'll do it. We made it all the way through. We will see you in exactly a little over an hour with a new stream and with our post-game show that's probably the best in the business. So we will see you in a little while. Love you guys. You really came through today with being with us for this whole time. And, it could have been a little bit better, but you know what? We wake up tomorrow. We're in the playoffs. Let's celebrate. Aside from a little disappointment, we didn't win the East, but would you rather win the World Series? I would. If you told me, give Toronto the East, but we're going to win the World Series, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. No question about it. No question about it. So, guys, let's enjoy what we are, because we're going to play October baseball. That's all I could say. Hopefully. Yeah, not hopefully. October's right. What am I saying? It's right around the corner, guys. So step up a lip, everyone. Let's be happy. We're happy for the Yankees. Congratulations on a great comeback towards the end, winning 8 games in a row. Continue that. And if you really look at it, what are we, 11 games away from winning our 28th? We got to fill that lamp. Remember that. I have the empty space in the back for the 28th World Championship. So come back to us, everyone, 7:15, and we'll have a great stream on a post game. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you in an hour. Have a good dinner, have lunch, whatever you want. Thank you, and on your way out, please subscribe. Really appreciate it. See you in an hour, guys. Take care.